The Grand Mesa rises above the Grand Valley, and the snow that accumulates all winter turns into the domestic and agricultural water that the local cities and communities depend upon.
Water in the West is life, and the water that's used from this project is used for power generation, it's used for irrigation, it's used for municipal use.
The Colorado River system has had 3 of the largest wildfires in the state in the last 5 years, and so we recognize that we are in an area that is prone to wildfire right now.
But our purpose for going in there is to break up fuel continuity in these critical watersheds, so that if a high-intensity wildfire does come through, it has less impacts and jeopardizing those water systems that hundreds of thousands of people depend upon. We reached out to many of our neighboring partners, communities, counties, and started a discussion of what's really important on the Grand Mesa. And the resounding factor that came back was water.
The Grand Mesa really serves as the water tower for this part of Colorado. Our drinking water supplies and also our rivers comes from high elevation places like the Grand Mesa.
80% of Coloradans drink water that originates on the forest. And so managing watersheds has been one of the greatest philosophy of the Forest Service.
Fire is perfectly part of the natural cycle. Our main goal is to create conditions that mirror our historic range of variability out here.
We're creating small openings that will foster new growth for new trees to come back in and reduce the stand density to a place where if a fire were to come through, it could possibly put it back on the ground.
It comes down to it not just being about wildfire mitigation, it's about protecting our water, it's about safe firefighter access, it's about improving wildlife habitat.
Active timber management involved working closely with timber sale purchasers and logging contractors.
We employ about 100 people and then another 100 people remotely through subcontractors. And that's logging professionals, road builders, log haulers, and they're working and living locally to where these projects are happening and spending money in restaurants, buying parts, buying fuel. We end up having an American-made building material that goes out all over the nation.
Partnerships like this do help protect water resources, and they do reduce wildfire risk, and they do sustain communities, and so it is a shared investment in our future.
It really is a partnership between everybody who works on these projects.
Being able to build partnerships that are more landscape scale and watershed scale is really helpful for doing the work that needs to be done to make the whole landscape more resilient.
Our long-term goal in this effort is, first, we recognize that wildfire will happen on this landscape. So our goal is to set the conditions that when that fire does occur, the landscape is prepared to gracefully accept it. Water is the lifeblood of these communities. Protecting those critical watersheds and the infrastructure that's on them is critical to the long-term sustainability of our communities, neighbors, and friends. Everything we do is being done for current and future generations. That's why we do what we do.